What's up there, YouTube? Look here, today I'm back again. Can't believe I'm actually back. It's been a while. Thanks a lot for subscribing to all my subscribers. I broke 1,000 subscribers now, and I'm pretty excited about that. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving holiday. Everybody in the United States that celebrates Thanksgiving, that is. I'm in my new office. I'm still working on some stuff here in the office. I've still got a mess behind me. You can see I got pictures on the floor and stuff. It's kind of dark back here because what time is it? It's night. It's 8:30 in the evening, and I've been sitting here doing an edit, and I noticed that I've been working in Edius 9. What's happened is I got an email from Adobe saying that my subscription renews on December 11th. Well, I'm canceling my Creative Cloud subscription. I'm canceling it. I found alternatives to the programs that I use. There's no point in me spending $50 a month on a program when for $300 I can get Edius 9, the latest version, and it's paid for, and I don't have to buy an upgrade until 10 or whatever, and only then if I want to. Here's the thing. Here's what happened. Okay, last year, I'm going to break this down real quick. Last year when they had an update to Premiere, it was a pretty decent update. They came out with, there were several different new features that they came out with that were pretty cool. They changed the titler, which in a lot of ways that kind of screwed up everything because now you had to go launch your old titler to make it to do rolls and crawls and stuff, and the new one is kind of funky. I don't really care for the new titler very much. It's basically built into the effects palette, and I don't really care for it. I think the titler in Edius is much quicker, and it gets the job done quicker. If I'm trying to edit something fast, this is the program to edit it in, is Edius, if you have a PC. Just like if you're on a Mac, the thing to edit the fastest in is Final Cut X. Now, it might not have all the features that Premiere have, but it's obviously much faster to edit with. If you're editing and you're on a time constraint where you need to get a project out quick, there's no possible way that you could not edit it faster in Edius than you can in Premiere. I don't know how you would edit something faster in Premiere. There's just so many cool little quick shortcuts to do things in Edius that you can't do in Premiere as easily. Perfect example, and some of these features aren't even. It's like secrets, so you have to kind of go online and find secrets and stuff. Just like this here, I got this sequence. I named it Feature Film, but in order to change the sequence settings, you either have to right click and go to Sequence Settings, right, and then you can change the sequence name there, Feature Film, okay, or you have to go up to the top. I've got my thing up here, Settings. Sequence settings, and change it there. But little do you know, in the manual, if you look in the manual for sequence settings names, all you have to do is right click twice, and now you can change the sequence name to whatever you want to name it. See, little things like that, it's hidden, but that is a pain in the neck in Premiere to change the sequence name. You go change it in the bin. You got to go find the sequence in the bin because it just randomly throws it wherever in the bin to whatever. And that's the other thing. In the bin, when I make a sequence in Premiere, if I'm here and I make a sequence, if I'm in the root folder and I make a sequence, it should just end up in the root folder. But it doesn't. It goes by whatever tab happened to have been open or something. Like, say if I was over here in Sony AX AVC HD, and then I click root in the bin, and now I make a sequence, it's going to go back. If that tab was still open somewhere else for the stream for Sony, it will automatically put it in here. It'll throw the sequence in here instead of in the other one. It's crazy how Adobe does this. Okay, so let me go back to what I was talking about. I know I'm rambling on about other things that are annoying, and I'm going to go through a full big thing of this before I completely get rid of my Adobe collection on the 11th. I still have it, and I'm still going to use it. I'm still going to show how the difference is and how much better Edius is than Premiere, because it's night and day better. I mean, it's just, there's no question it's better. This program is better in every single way. I mean, not even, there's two things that Adobe does better. Rate stretch tool, where you can just drag the clip out, and it's possible this has it. I haven't seen it in here or an easy way to do it. Maybe there's a way to do it, because they add features all the time and don't tell you in Edius. Rate stretch tool, and then Adobe Audition remix feature for remixing the audio, which are my two favorite tools in Adobe. But for two tools, if I can save all this time and energy on the other thing, and the other one is Lightroom. I use Lightroom a lot, but there's alternatives to Lightroom. I was just looking up one. I forget the name of it, but I'll list it and I'll put a link to it down below. There's an alternative to Lightroom. It's like $50, but you pay for it once and you're done. You don't have to pay a monthly subscription. You don't have to keep getting new stuff. So what happened was Adobe last year, when they came out with the update, it was a pretty decent update. I'm like, wow, it added some cool features, new title stuff, new stuff for this, H.265 export, some new stuff in the Adobe Media Encoder, some new stuff in Adobe Audition, some new features for doing stuff. They added features. And see, when you pay a monthly subscription, every year you get, it's like you automatically get the point release updates. You automatically get the next version. So every year you're kind of expecting, since you paid $600 a year, it's $50 a month for this thing, that you're paying for the next upgrade version, right? You're basically paying for the next version up in advance during the year. So when it comes out, you want to see something for the money that you paid other than what you've already had. So this last update that they just came out with, I'm sure they're going to announce new stuff next year. And it'll probably be pretty cool. I'm sure it'll be great. But this last update, I paid for an entire year. And then the last update, their big update was collaboration. I don't collaborate. It was 100% useless. If this was a point release update, if this was an update and they said, here, this is Adobe Audition CC 2018. It's $400 to upgrade from your existing version, and it was a regular pay plan, I would not have upgraded. I don't use any of the features that they came out with. Zero. There's no features that they came out with. They updated Lightroom and made it faster, but there's alternative programs. I'm paying $50 a month. I could pay $50 once and get a program that is, as little photos as I do. I do photos and I do weddings, and I did a wedding on Saturday or on Friday. Black Friday, I did a wedding, video only, and then last week I did photo and video up in Georgia. But for the number of jobs that I do, I didn't do a photo this weekend, and then I've got the holidays coming up. I'm probably not going to do. I've got one or two more. I think I've got one more in December, at the end of December, but then that's it. And then January, I don't think I have one. I might have one in January, but I don't have that many. So I have time to be doing other stuff, and I need to get a faster way to do things. And this is faster. I'm going to show you how much faster it is to do just a simple title. Okay. Like, see this title here? I've got a title here, and it goes on here. Let me get rid of this little thing here. So it plays on the bottom. But see, Edius has title tracks down here. The title tracks, even though this is below the video, these are always above everything. But see how nice and clean, the title's nice and clean. See how nice and clean that title is? That title looks fantastic. It's nice and clean. This is the demo version of Edius. I haven't bought the final version yet. I'm buying it. The new version, because it shows a demo thing behind here. But see how clean the title is. So let's move this title. I'm gonna show you how easy and fast it is to do a title in Edius compared to Premiere. Premiere, you just click on the screen, you type out the title, but then you got to go up and go to Effects Palette. You got to try and recenter it. Then you got to click the little back to the mouse pointer that's a pointer and drag it to the center with the little bars and stuff like that. There's nothing that automatically centers the title anymore. They got rid of that in the new titler. So you have to have it snap to grid and set up a grid and then drag it to the center to make it work. So in Edius, you go create title in T1 track, right? Here's the titler, pops up. It creates the title in the T1 track automatically. Now I'm going to bring this down. It's got a bunch of presets that you can pick. So you can pick red, whatever. Here's your title thing. Click it in the middle. Type in, "Hi everyone." Okay. Now, if you see, this is very blurry. There's a way to view preview mode. It shows you what it looks like. So it turns on preview mode, so you can see what it looks like. But most of the time it's kind of blurry. But okay, so "Hi everyone." Now, say this title was up here and I wanted it in the dead center. So all I got to do is go over here to this little thing right here, click it once, click again, over, boom, dead center. It's dead center. I don't have to do anything else. My shadows and everything are right here. I can add a shadow, drop the shadow, soft width, make it soft shadow. Let's change the transparency. We'll make it more transparent. There. Now it's got a drop shadow over it. Now watch this. When I click save title, yes. If you notice down here in the thing, the title's already got these things underneath it. It's already got transitions. So I'm basically done with that title. If I click it, it blurred in and blurred out. It's done. The title's done already. So I don't have to go add transitions. I can just keep moving on and move right on to the next clip. They also have included now in Edius 9, if you buy Edius 9, it comes with New Blue Effects Title Motion Pro or whatever that Title Motion 5 or whatever, which is a fantastic. I used that before and it was awesome. It was like having After Effects for titles, which is what I use most of the After Effects for, is for the titles when I'm doing titles. Rather than, this is, you can see what this looks like. It's not that great. You can double click it, by the way, go in and re-edit it at any time. Just click it, click in here. Change the style, right? "Hi everyone," right? And then you can just double click this, click it again, drag it over, boom, now it's dead center. Click this, save it, done. Now it's purple. And it fades on just like it did before. So just as a quick thing and a quick update, I'm going to be doing a bunch of these, but I'm going to do some and describe all the different cool things that this program does that I completely forgot about a lot of it. And I used to do tutorial videos and stuff for this program back in the day. And I stopped and went to Premiere, and now I'm regretting that I did, because this thing is just ridiculous. It's so good. It is so freaking good. It's so easy to just lay out everything, throw the clips on there very quickly, drag the clips down just like you normally do, double click, have a full screen view, set your in and out, I and O, or just drag it in and out, set the points. Okay, right there. Drag this clip down to a title track to get rid of the video, drag it back up there, get rid of audio. Now that's just audio. Or you can drag it down with audio and then delete the audio later, or you can just leave it like that. Boom, there it is. Perfect. I even have my keyboard shortcuts for all my stuff. Drag to the end. There. It's a fantastic program. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Tell everybody happy Thanksgiving. I'm waiting. They just announced another AMD graphics card. Did you see that there was a game or something? I saw a video on YouTube the other day that there was one new game that came out that's a new DirectX 12 game, and AMD Vega 56 was doing better than a 1080 Ti in the game. So I think what we're seeing here is finally the hardware, AMD Vega hardware with HBM2 memory and the bandwidth and the cores and all that stuff is actually more powerful than a 1080 Ti. But the problem is the software it wasn't up to it yet. So I think that actually, now that newer games are coming out and more people, there's a reason why the bit miners are using AMD hardware, because it's more powerful. It can do more per thread of bit mining than NVIDIA hardware, even than a 1080 Ti. So if you get since the hardware is that much better, I think that the software is going to catch up. And I think that over the next year, you'll see more games and more games and more things and programs taking more advantage of that hardware. And the Vega series will actually overtake NVIDIA series, or at least get close to, like, up there with 1080 Ti, which is what they weren't expecting. The 56 was beating the 1080 Ti. The 64 was even faster than the 56 in the game. So I think that's pretty impressive. I think AMD have always been a little bit ahead of the game when it came to, as far as innovation wise. Like, they've always innovated. Vega's a completely new architecture, so a lot of stuff didn't quite work the way it was. It was power hungry too. In order to make it work, it actually, what Vega is doing is brute forcing through the games that it can't, that aren't optimized for it. So it's having to use a lot more power to get through those games as fast as the competition. But the thing is once the game is optimized for it, once you get a game that's actually optimized or built on DirectX 12 from the ground up, it's faster than the other card without having the brute force through it. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm still gonna get one. We've got Black Friday deals and all kind of stuff, but I'm still waiting for aftermarket cards to come out. And I haven't seen any. I'm still seeing the blower style. I don't really want a blower style card, and they're kind of noisy. The fans ramp up kind of high. I could always just buy one and take the blower thing off, but I don't want to have to do that. I want to just throw the card in. So anyway, I'll holler at you later, YouTube. So yeah, I just thought I'd come on, tell everybody thanks for the 1,000 subscribers. I'm overwhelmed. Thanks a lot. And I get comments, and comment down below. Tell me what you'd like to see. I'm gonna do some more gaming ones, I'm sure. I just haven't had time with moving and everything, and then the holidays. Oh, it was insane over the holidays. But we've got another holidays coming up, and more indoor stuff coming up. So I'll be doing a lot more of these videos. So, holler at you later, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, everybody. See ya.